Hello and welcome to this episode of Paideia Ponderings. I'm Dr. David Stanton, the headmaster of Oakdale Academy in Waterford, Michigan. And I just have a few questions that I've been thinking about these last few weeks during this global pandemic surrounding the COVID-19 virus and what it all means and what it's going to do to impact not just education, but our civil liberties. Is most states in the United States and countries around the world are dealing with the concept of stay-at-home or lockdown orders and just kind of all that's going on over this last month that in so many ways none of us probably could have foreseen something along these lines. Well, I want to focus today on a couple of questions specific to education. And where I'm thinking specifically is here in Michigan, our governor has decreed that school is over on a face-to-face level for the rest of this school year. And she made that declaration a few days ago here. It's mid-April in Michigan. And in addition to doing all that, through the bureaucratic nuances of state government with the Michigan Department of Education and other places, all of our standardized tests here in Michigan, including the big one called the M-STEP, including things along the lines of the SAT and the ACT as well, have all been canceled. Michigan just instituted a new law that all third graders this year had to prove that they could read through some testing or they would not be allowed to promote to the fourth grade. And all that is canceled due to this COVID-19 crisis. So the question is very simply, we've put so much stock in standardized testing. We've put so much stock in every student measuring at a certain level at a certain age. What happens this year? When that standardized testing isn't done, when that standardized testing isn't analyzed, the data isn't pulled aside and disaggregated, and all the reports are done, and the school report cards come out, and everything that we do to hang our hats on standardized testing is just pushed away. And our seniors are told they can still graduate as long as they were passing when this happened. And our students are told if they were passing their classes at the point that the school year was ended on a face-to-face, then they'll move on to the next grade. Why do we do these standardized testing? Why do we have this? Why do we require our students in Michigan's public schools and charter schools to must have 180 days of instruction when we can simply, with the stroke of a pen, cancel that all out and call it good still? Now, I'm not questioning that there are certainly different reasons that a lot of this happened, and a lot of it surrounds, obviously, this pandemic. And I'm not trying to minimize that in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. But I just want to question if standardized tests are so important, and if all that we do is so important when it comes to the requirements that we have for instruction hours, then why can it be done away with so quickly? It just doesn't seem to fit the smell test. It doesn't seem to fit it's all okay. As a matter of fact, many public school districts, when initially schools were closed for 2 weeks, just simply said, we're going on a long spring break. And now we're all trying to figure out, even private schools are trying to figure out how to do online or virtual learning. And it just seems fishy. It seems odd that we can put so much into these standardized tests, so much into standards and standards-based education, and then we can just say the school year is over and do your best when it comes to online learning. It doesn't necessarily count, but doesn't necessarily not count. Just do your best. Now, I know the spin will be, well, we're doing our best to protect, and the health of our students and their families are of paramount importance, and their safety is so critical, and I could not agree more. Certainly, when you're in a school in this day and age, our students' safety and the safety of our visitors, our faculties, our staff are certainly of paramount importance. But we are in the job of educating the future. And if those things are so important, why can they just be tossed aside so quickly? Now at Oakdale, we are not big fans of online learning, virtual learning, but I have been amazed at how quickly my faculty, my staff in 48 hours has gone from a non-technological school to an all-tech school. But we have insisted and we have maintained to the best that we can the personal interaction from our students. Now it helps that across the board, when you do all the math, our student-to-teacher ratio is 9-1. Not 39. Please make sure you didn't hear me incorrectly. 9-1. How great is that, even to interact that way? My teachers have office hours set up throughout the week. They do video lessons with their students. We're interacting in a way to make sure our students continue along. We've not given up. We've not written the school year off. We're pressing through till the end of May when we have to, because it's the time we decided that the school year would end. And during the 5 weeks that we have remaining, our students are going to continue to get the absolute best. Now, do we take standardized tests? Sure we do. We take the Iowa Basic Skills Test, and then we take what's called the CLT, the Classical Learning Test. And the CLT has seen a 500% increase, I saw recently, because SAT and ACT just canceled all their tests. But we take the CLT to compare ourselves, yes, with other schools, but to compare ourselves with ourselves. And we're thrilled to see how well we've done. We've ranked in the top 25 schools across the nation last year, and I'm certain we'll do well this year also. But the standardized tests are not done because it's a check in the box. The standardized tests are done because the CLT gives an idea of what methods we use as a classical school. And it tests us on things that are not based on the human secular mindset that takes place in our government schools. So I just start again to think through this, and I want to end with the same question that I began with. If we have to be in school for 180 days in a government school and a public and charter schools, then why can we end the school year with a simple stroke of the pen? At places like Oakdale, I'm proud to say we didn't end the school year. We kept doing our absolute best and have used this as an opportunity to teach our students still. And we're going to continue to teach them. We're going to teach them about what civil liberties are. And even if this all ends up to be the best decision that government's made to limit our ability to gather and to limit our ability to travel, we're still going to teach our students it's their right, I would say their responsibility as citizens of a republic to make sure that we question and check our government leaders. That's what we're supposed to do. And I'm thrilled to see how God is going to continue to use Oakdale Academy in particular and all that we do to train our students and instill in them character, truth, and wisdom. If these things resonate with you, I invite you to check out more. We have a virtual open house coming on April 20th on Monday. You can find the information on our Facebook page, or you can connect with us through email, info@oakdaleacademy.com or admissions@oakdaleacademy.com. Thank you so much for listening to this quick 9.5 minutes or so. I'm Dr. David Stanton, headmaster at Oakdale Academy. Thank you again for listening to this episode of Paideia Ponderings. Enjoy the rest of your day.